10-year series work, I realized that some of you, right, you forgot a lot of things about fractions. Jamil, your file here. Your paper 2 here, what file? Okay, so this one, in order to combine them, you need to make sure they have the same denominator. So what you do is this one, you all know you times x plus 5. Okay, this one, u times x minus 2. So you can combine them into 1. So this is the crucial step, but when you expand, a lot of you make mistakes. Okay, so a lot of you combine, no problem. The key thing is this one. When you expand, Sailesh, this negative 2, you multiply into both the terms. So a lot of you forgot the negative. You never apply the negative. Your second term is wrong and then the whole thing is gone. So please make sure this one, don't make mistakes. This is 3x plus 15. This is minus 2x plus 4. This is the mistake you have been making since Sec 3. Can you please make sure this thing is fixed? Okay, once and for all. So later in the quiz, I don't want to see this mistake because I'm addressing it now. So when it's a negative, when you apply it to both the terms, this one becomes a positive. So later, don't make this mistake. Then of course, at the bottom, you cross multiply over. So this one, the whole chunk go over. The next problem you face is the 4 multiply to where? Okay, so this one I simplify first. This one is just x plus 19. Okay, yes. So if you are confused, the 4 multiply here still need to multiply there. Now, don't touch the 4 first. Just simplify this first. So you do your rainbow method, x squared, 5x, minus 2x, minus 10. So go and do what is in the bracket first. Then you multiply the 4 in. So this one is this. You multiply the 4 in, you get 4x squared, 12x, and minus 40. So this whole chunk bring down. Okay, then you finally want to factorize and solve. It is 4 marks, so it is tedious, but don't make mistakes here. So one mistake is this one. Second mistake is this 4 don't know multiply where. So remember, go and evaluate these 2 first, then multiply the 4 in. Okay, after you simplify everything, you end up having this as your equation. So go and factorize and solve. Is it too nice answer? Eh, why is my question different? Yeah, why is my quadratic different? Did I do something wrongly? Oh, this one is... Oh, I give the wrong marking scheme. Minus 59, 11. It's not a nice answer. Okay, no wonder, cannot factorize. So what is the quadratic formula to apply? Quadratic formula is negative b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. So this one apply, yeah, correct. Then you get your 2 answer. So this one I'm not worried. You should be okay. Is this number 4 and this expansion. Then they ask you, why is it that this one is undefined when x is negative 5 and 2? What's the reason? What's the reason? Undefined means math error, cannot find an answer. Because denominator will become 0, a fraction cannot have denominator 0. So you can say the fractions in f of x will be undefined when the denominators becomes 0. Because you cannot afford to have 3 over 0 or 2 over 0. These are undefined. Okay, you cannot divide by 0. So these are the kind of explanation question they expect you to know. Okay, so later for the algebra test, I hope you don't repeat the same mistake that I addressed here. So as long as, doesn't matter which one, if you put in here or here, one of it will become undefined. When one of it is undefined, the whole thing is undefined. Yeah. Okay, so this kind sure have, algebraic fractions confirm have. Make sure you don't lose the 4 or 3 marks. Okay, that one is crucial. Algebra is a very big component in your exam. Can I? Do you all know that our quota has been shrunk to 500? Such a painful thing. Now it's 500. Now it's 500.
Then if I print more, what happens?
I don't have the quota. I cannot print. Doesn't send out of the machine. So we scream and save. Some I print at home.
Who shrinked it?
ICT department.
Scream at them.
No, because we spend too much money on printing. So
Yeah
sad.
lah, my
Okay,
math
this
teacher,
one.
My math teacher, the cost of deforestation.
Okay, this one substitution. I believe you can press calculator properly. I want to make A the subject of formula. A is inside. So what's the first step I need to do? How to take the A out? I need to get rid of the square root first. How to get rid of square root? So you square both sides. So P square, then the square root disappear. That's step 1. What is step 2? I need these two to be on the same level. Times A. So that means you cross multiply. So AP square. So now I have 1A here, 1A here. So what should I do? Group them together. So I put my A's together. So still not isolated. What should I do? P square bring over. Cannot bring over until I take out my A. Factorize. So I factorize left what? Minus 1. Remember, you take out the A. This one cannot become nothing. It become 1. So this is the common mistake you all like to make here. Become 1. Okay? So in order to isolate the A now, that whole chunk I don't want. So bring down to be P square minus 1. Done. Okay? So this is algebra also. So this is also part of algebra. Make sure you can. Okay? You're following?
We are listening. We're just half asleep. She's not allowed to become a doctor.
Okay, next one. Wait, soon. Okay, exchange rate, need or don't need? No need, Part A. This one. This one. They say you take direct flight to and from New York and Singapore. Distance between them is this. Average speed is X. So okay, let's say New York to Singapore. Distance 1.534 times 10 to the power of 4 kilometers. Average speed from New York to here is X kilometer per hour. But return journey was reduced to X minus 4 T kilometer per hour. So this is in diagram how it looks like. So the difference in time between the two flights is 0.8 hours. So now I first find time from New York to SG first is distance divide by speed. So this is in hours. From SG to New York is this distance divided by the new speed. So between these two, which one takes a longer time? This one, right? Because this is slower. So this one will be a larger value. So difference always use big minus the small one. So you use this one minus this one. It gives you 0.8 hours. So once you can establish this one, then they give you the first mark. The second mark is where you simplify the equation. So actually, although this one looks very scary, right? This thing here is actually 15340. It's just a whole number. 15340. This one, in order to get rid of the fraction, right? I multiply everything by the LCM. That means these two. So I multiply everything by this. So this one multiplied by this, you realize that the x minus 40 cancels out. So left with, because I want to get rid of the denominator, I don't want to have it. But you can combine these two first also can. So this one is a shortcut. So I'm left with 15340x. Correct? I cancel this one out. I'm left with 15340x. Okay, second step, I multiply this by this. So the x cancels out. I'm left with 15340 times x minus 40. Okay, the last one, I multiply this thing by this. So I'm left with all of it. So this is the simplify stage. So this is the method mark where you write the difference. This one, if you can simplify up to this point, you get the second mark. So I expand 15340x plus, become what? Times 40. 613600. This one is 0.8x squared. 32x. Okay? So can you realize that these two no more already? So everything goes here. But how to reduce to this? You divide everything by 0.8. Which one?
I don't know which part, I don't know.
So it's not small.
No, it just got crossed out.
Can you explain like the fraction part to the
Here to here, huh?
yeah, still
Okay, this one. Shh. Okay, listen, Imagine it's a simpler fraction. Let's say it's like that. Okay, let's say it's like that. It's a simpler one, Imagine. To get rid of the fraction, I want to multiply everything by 2 and by 3. So that the denominator get cancels out. So imagine if I multiply this by this, I will end up having 1/3. Next is if I multiply this with the second one, the 3 cancels out, I will end up having, oh sorry, this one is 3. I will end up having 2 here. Then the last one is I multiply this in, I get 6a. So what I'm saying is, why I multiply the denominator to both or to all. What happened today,
That's how you do about trade.
That's why I say that you all don't sit together. Ufa. You go there, May don't need to study. May sit there, Latika also don't need to study. It's a bad decision. You see now I say okay I move on, then later same thing. Every day is like that. You every day make bad decisions. Your choice, I don't know. We are already at the last part already. You all still want to play? Your option, I cannot do much. Okay, those of you who's a bit worried about this one because you are seeing a different method as your usual method, then I will go back to your normal method. I know you are very used to combining these two. That means you multiply this by x, multiply this by x minus 40. Okay, which is also correct. That means you do this, right? Then this one. Then at the bottom you have this. Then you cross multiply later. You will also become this. Just that this one is a shortcut. It's just one step straight away you get to the simplified part. But this one, you need to combine this one first, cross multiply, then you get here. But it's up to you. This one is less accident prone. This one will have more accident. Okay? But your choice. As long as you can get to this part, is good enough. Okay? So eventually when we reach here, my goal is to get to the equation on top. So this one become x squared. 32 divided by 0.8 is minus 40. 613600 divided by 0.8, you get 767000. So this is the equation they want you to show. So shown. Okay? So the showing part, not too much of an issue. Part 2 will ask you to use quadratic formula. So that one I also not worried. So just use quadratic formula. Then they ask you when you solve, why is it that one of the solution you need to reject? Why negative must reject? Means going backwards? Cannot have negative speed because speed is a scalar quantity, not vector quantity. So you go and solve for this. Where is my equation? So 1 negative 40 negative 767000. You will get two solutions. Is it like that? Then the other one is this. So this one you will reject. Okay, since speed is a scalar quantity, it cannot be negative. Or you just tell me speed cannot be negative. That's why you reject the negative one, also okay. But this is the more exact answer. Okay? Scalar quantity has no direction, so cannot have a negative value. It doesn't change in direction, but vector have. Okay, so instead of speed, if it's talking about velocity, then yes, velocity can go negative. Okay, but speed cannot. Like time also cannot. Okay, so this one is a common thing that you will be tested. Make sure you know. This one. Okay, what else is essential? Your trigo okay already? Should be better already, right? Maximum possible. This one not much. Okay, graph. Anything that is important. Wait, any other thing that stands out for you in the paper? Number pattern? Okay, number pattern forget already, right? Yes, number pattern is algebra also. Okay, each term, you need to find the formula first. So they say write down the 8th term. What do you think? If it's 6, then it's what? 21. Then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Then if it's 7, you add another what? Plus 7, so 28. So 1 plus 2 plus 7. Okay, so 8 will be plus 8, right? So 36. So 1 plus 2 all the way to plus 8. So this is what they want you to write. They say the nth term in the sequence is given by this formula. So explain why 170 is not a term. So you go and find whether you can find the value of n. So if you go and 170 divided by half,
So exam can write like fraction over fraction.
can. But your final answer cannot lah.
Oh,
So 170 divided by half, you get 340 is equal to n square plus n. So you shift everything to one side and then you solve the quadratic. You will have n equals to 17.95 or minus 18.95. So you will write, since n is not an integer, therefore 170 is not a term in the sequence. Because we cannot have the 17.95 term. It's either 17 term or the 18 term. Okay? So must prove that it is a whole number. Okay? Still got other parts. So number pattern, sometimes it's a very big question, sometimes it's just one small part, sometimes it's not even tested. Okay, but it can appear. Yes. I'll use quadratic formula. This one use quadratic formula. Minus b plus minus b square minus 4a yeah over 2a. Because they won't just use quadratic formula to solve.
For angle of elevation,
I want to see from when. Flying 160 from A. So A look up from B here. So right angle triangle lah.
so this is the right
H, A and O. You have O, you have A, you tangent inverse the OA, you can find the angle here. Because this is the right angle triangle. The right angle is here.
I use sine.
Also can, but the right angle is not here, the right angle is here.
Huh?
You imagine like that. The right angle triangle is like that.
The right angle.
Because this is vertically above the ground. This is looking up from here. Can you see the right angle triangle? So this is the 165.
When
This,
they are looking up, that's what the right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Can yes. Mm. 800. Then you square the whole thing. Yeah, correct. But why you need to find or you add the 3 together? But use the more exact one. Then leave the 0.0 here. Because it's not exact. Or nearest meter. Okay. So 3000 divided by this. Yeah. Tangent is H A O over A 165 divided by 800 meters. Yeah, correct. Maximum possible from helicopter to the boat. Where is the boat? Here. Oh, that is anywhere lah. It must be at the furthest distance away. This one. Should be this. Okay. Okay, this one I check for you. Let me think. Go back to the formula, right? If I want to add all the way to 250, what should this be? 250, right? So actually what I want to find is this. The 250 term. So actually,
Oh no, this one I stuck. It's a little sickle.
anything? Yeah. Okay, next part. Hence, find the sum of all the whole numbers from 1 to 250, which are not multiples of 5. What do they mean? Sum of all the whole numbers from 1.
So basically, they're asking me to do it.
Oh, that means add all the number, right? Okay, but excluding those that are multiples of 5. That means you must minus off those that are 5, 10, 15, all the way until 250. So they want you to use this to subtract off multiples of 5. So this one I can find. Because if to find the sum of this is this formula, 250. So half 250, 250 plus 1. So this one helps me to find the sum from 1 all the way to 250. But I want to minus this. So what do you think is the formula for this? Can you all remember what is the formula for A plus n minus 1 D? A is the first term.
This one, when do you get this from?
This one lower set you learn, right? The general formula for
Never in my life. Not even D.
constant difference is the difference between the terms. So first term is 5. Constant difference is always 5. So the formula for finding this is this formula here. Okay? But this one only help me to find the term, not the sum, right? Wait. What do you mean 250 in the end? Okay, go. Okay, so after what Soumya told me, if you take out 5 as a common factor, can you see this is 1 plus 2 plus 50? Can you see that? So what is this according to this formula? This is what? Just now we had this formula, right? Tn is half n plus 1. So if you want to find 1 to 50, this one is T50. So actually what you need to do is use T250 minus T50. So I go and calculate. This is the formula. 251 minus half, 50 and 51. So this is using the formula to help you get the answer. So number patterns is really about seeing the pattern sometimes. They give you the formula already, you must know how to use them. Okay, so 30,100. So of course, if you want to work very hard and go at 1 plus 2 plus all the way until 250, minus multiples of 5, you can do that. But that is if you have time during the exam lah. Okay? The first 5 terms of another sequence is this. Find 4 cube, 8 cube. Okay, let's see what is this trying to do. Evaluate what is 4 cube, 8 cube, 12 cube. Is it can all take out the cube again? Okay, we see if you take out 4 cube from each of these, Yeah.
It's already 40 minutes.
Okay, okay, I need to stop already, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, if you extract the common factor 4 cube from here, you'll be left with this in the bracket. So this one I can find from here. So I just put in the 4 cube times my 441. Yes. Oh, because if you remember, A times Bn is An times Bn. So if I have 8 cube, it's the same as 2 times 4 cube, is the same as 2 cube times 4 cube. So when I extract the 4 cube out, I'm still left with a 2 cube. So same thing here, when I extract the 4 out, I'm still left with a 2 cube. So that these two, I can combine and put them together. This one is indices law. Yes. So this one is the final answer, 4 cube. I believe this is one of the most interesting question in the paper too. Okay, I will stop here. The algebraic component from paper 2.
Just 180 minus. See all that one.
How to find the angle? Make a guess. You only learn a few property. Angle at center is double the angle at circumference. So this angle is 15. You cannot just write 15 for me. They say give a reason for each answer. So you must tell me angle at center equals 2 times the angle at circumference. So it's not difficult, but you must be observant for circle property. Okay, so after you know this is 15, go and write on the diagram so that you won't forget you have that angle. What about CFD? This tiny one here. DE is a tangent. When you have tangent, what do you have? You have 90 degree here. When you have 90 degree, then the answer is staring at you. Minus the 90 minus the 15 you have just found. So that is a 75. So you can tell me is tangent perpendicular to radius as well as sum of angles in a triangle. So this angle here is 75 degree. Okay, next one, they want me to find AED, the angle outside. The angle outside. So remember, when I have two tangents meeting at the external point, the two tangent, okay, the two tangent line that I have, they are congruent triangles. That means like this. And they are always 90 degree. Okay? So when you have two tangent line, you indirectly already have quite a number of information there. So how should I approach that question? How can I find this angle AED? You look carefully. This triangle is special. How to find? May and Ufa, math sleep. Find the ADE, yes. Find this one first. So this one is 75 degree. So I go and find ADE, which is 90 minus the 15. So I get 75. This is because of tangent perpendicular to radius. Okay, after I know the 75, isosceles triangle tells me this is also 75. So AED is 180 minus the 275. So 30 degree. Base angle of isos triangle. So all these You all must have a general idea.
This one.
Yes.
For the first one, right?
Mm.
They already got 15 there, right?
Yeah.
You can just use opposite alternate. Or like alternate one.
Alternate to where? This one ah? Which one you?
The A, D, D,
A, D.
the 15 degrees.
Cannot, they are not alternate. Alternate must be parallel. Oh, did they say it's a rectangle? They never say it's a rectangle, so we cannot assume.
Oh.
Unless they tell us it's a rectangle, then can. Okay? So that is the reasoning. Make sure you are familiar with the reasoning. BC. Where? Oh, why quadrilateral ABCD it's a rectangle? Why? They want you to explain why it's a rectangle. What do you think we can do? You need to prove that it's parallel and you prove that you got 90 degree. So, first thing first, this one, both 15. Right? So, you can tell me that angle ADB is equal to angle DEC, DBC, which is 15, right? Then this can help you to conclude that AD must be parallel to BC, okay, due to alternate angles. So I have learned that must have one parallel line there. Next thing I can prove is this one must be 90 degree. So how can I prove that this angle here is 90? How can I prove that? I know part of it is 15 already. How can I find the other part? How can I prove that ADC is 90? How to prove? Find ODC first. ODC is 180 minus the 30. Then I divide by 2, which gives me 75. So if I know this is 75, I can find angle ADC, which is the 15 degree plus the 75. Okay, so therefore angle ADC is 90 degree. So if you have 90 degree, you have parallel line, you know that DCB is also 90. Because can you remember, if you have a parallel line, the two interior angle add up to 180. So if this is 90, this must be 90 as well. So you can tell me interior angle, parallel lines. So therefore ABCD must be a rectangle. Okay? So you got one parallel line here and you have proven that this is 90 and then these two are also 90. So it must be a rectangle. So but then again, this is the type that they want you to check. Okay, let's see length of major arc BA.